This tariff-driven sell-off, it's really just a symptom of these much broader macroeconomic anxieties. The biggest one, the one that's really front and center, is the fear of a trade war. When you have major economies like China, when they start slapping on retaliatory tariffs like that 34% tax they put on U.S. disrupts those global supply chains. These tariffs, they can directly impact their costs. What this means for you is that even with some stocks looking cheaper, there's still a chance that we could see further adjustments, further corrections across the whole market.
Yeah.
Especially if companies don't meet those earnings expectations. The market, it might still be, trying to find its footing, trying to adjust to this evolving economic outlook.
And then you've got interest rates. We know that the Federal Reserve, they've signaled that they're planning to cut rates sometime in 2025. But until then, it's still a bit of a wild card, isn't it? How does that factor into all of this?
Yeah, it does. It does add another layer of complexity to the mix. Typically, when you have the Fed signaling rate cuts, that's generally seen as a positive thing for growth stocks, for companies in sectors like tech. Lower rates, they make it cheaper to borrow money, and that can stimulate investment. But there's this looming concern, this specter of stagflation that could throw a wrench in the works. Stagflation, that's a nasty combination of slow economic growth and high inflation. And in that kind of environment, even lower interest rates, they might not be enough to really prop up those high valuations, especially for tech companies whose future growth prospects start to look a little shaky.
So there are some pretty significant headwinds out there, some real uncertainties that you need to be aware of. But the long-term story for tech, that still seems to have some pretty powerful drivers, doesn't it?
For detailed discussion on this and other important economic topics, visit our YouTube channel Business World. Business World, your business partner.